Welcome to Rackman Christian Radio Interviews and Artist Spotlight. This time around, it's David Duffield with We Are Leo. 1 hour of interviews and music from contemporary Christian music artists, bands, and group. Stay tuned and be blessed and share this ministry on your social media networks. Rackman Christian Radio, and my guest is walking through the fields of cabbage. His question is, why aren't there any children coming out of this? I think he was testing me to find out if I could go back that far in time. No, my friend, Cabbage Patch kids do not come out of Cabbage Patch. My guest... Go ahead.
My whole framework is just shattered right now. My whole belief system is in question. So.
Oh, my goodness. Well, see, you tried to trick me up. I'm trying to trick you up. Hey, everybody. Welcome, David Duffield from We Are Leo to the Rackman Christian Radio Artist Spotlight. Welcome, sir. We are so happy that you're with us.
Oh, hey, man. Thanks so much for having me on the show, and we're really excited to be doing the interview with you guys.
Well, it's been long for us because I think, I'm going to say just a year, just round it off. We had come into some music from you, and we started tweeting it out, and you started responding back. And, you know, in this culture with social media and stuff, that's kind of weird, if you know what I mean. Getting a response is kind of out of the question, you know. You're kind of like, well, I'm just going to let them know I'm playing their song, and we just started going back and forth. But then as I started to get these releases, and my goodness, I'm looking at so much music from you. I have got 21 We Are Leo songs, and I haven't a clue what to do with them. No, well, I do, but I don't know what to do with them, man. I mean, that's just one of the blessings of being a part of ministry like this and being connected with you through Dream Records.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. We're super stoked to have made the connection with you guys, and we always get excited when we see different stations kind of doing a shout-out when they first sort of discover We Are Leo, like, hey, check out this band that we're playing, and so, yeah, thanks so much for rocking our jams.
Well, you're very welcome. So, your name is David Duffield. That sounds like a cartoon character, my friend. Tell us a little bit about David.
I grew up in Fort Morgan, Colorado, which is a farm town. I had awesome Christian parents, but I think as I quickly discovered there was just something very wrong with the world. I think we can look around at sort of television or just the relationships around us and just see so many broken hearts and divorce and suicide and suicidal thoughts and whatever, maybe it's police brutality or kids in third world countries. Anyways, all that to say, I think I was very aware of that at a young age, and so I really started asking a lot of questions and feeling the pain of a broken world, and so growing into my teen years, a lot of what I saw at church felt very fake to me, and so I kind of went on a quest to kind of live my own way and see what life was about, and sort of through the pain of brokenness was what really brought me to Christ. I think I started reaching out and saying, God, if you're real, if you're out there, if there's anything out there, like, I need you because I'm broken and I'm lost. And he really answered that prayer, which was incredible. And so as an 18-year-old, I started to respond to this whole new world that I was finding of, like, wow, God is real, and I'm starting to see him in everything and hear his voice and be aware of that. And so I think for me musically it was sort of my natural response as a songwriter to start responding to what God was doing in my life.
And so you kind of remind me of a young lady in Washington whose parents are onion farmers, and she just kind of steps out one day and says, I like music, I'm going to play my guitar, and suddenly she's being presented around the United States, and I think even around the world in some cases. Is that kind of what happened to you? You just you decided, hey, I want to get into music, and boom, there it went?
No, I think for us we've actually been a band for like 8 years, and so it's been a very slow process. I mean, I think we started playing very, very small shows around town, and kind of getting in the local scene. And just every time we did something, whether it was record a record or play a show, it was like, that was pretty cool. How can we do it better, bigger, more?
Yeah.
And 3 years into that, we kind of met up and started working with Ben Kafka from Skillet. And that was a huge boost for us. Ben really taught me a lot about songwriting and kind of threw fire on the flame of sort of what my vision was for the band. And then another 3 years after that, we got signed by Dream Records. And then that just kind of brought us up to the next level. So it's been a long road, but I the last 2 months has just been, man, things are taking off for us. So very thankful and feel super blessed that we kind of stuck it out.
Well, I am too, because you've got a sound that I think reaches young audiences, but you have a message that, well, it permeates kind of what our world probably needs to know. And, for example, talk to me, like a story behind Diamonds in the Dark.
Yeah. I'm so glad you asked about Diamonds. I think Diamonds is sort of talking about the identity and sort of celebrating the identity that we have in the church. And so many of us have come from a broken place, or like it says in the chorus of Diamonds, we found hope in the blackness, which I love. And then the line, like beauty from ashes, which is obviously a reference to Isaiah. And it's so great to have come from a broken place and then realize, okay, that God loves me and God has a purpose for me and has placed me in a family. And then from there, realize that we can come together as the church and shine like stars in the heavens and really reflect His light. So much of it has to do with identity. It has to do with family and church and being who we were born to be.
Amen. Well, I have coming up right now Diamonds in the Dark by We Are Leo, and our artist spotlight with David Duffield.
Feels like a million nights that I spent alone, looking for the love that I've never known. But then you came into my life like fireworks on the 4th of July, and with one touch made my heart ignite and come alive like a million stars lighting up the night. Our hearts will burn so bright. We found hope in the blackness, like beauty from ashes. We will rise and light up the night and shine like diamonds, diamonds in the dark. We are diamonds, diamonds in the dark. I feel a million hearts that beat as one. I hear a million saints sing a brand new song. Lost inside this beautiful life, like the stars will shine forever bright. Just one touch made our hearts ignite and come alive like a million stars lighting up the night. Our hearts will burn so bright. We found hope in the blackness, like beauty from ashes. We will rise and light up the night and shine like diamonds, diamonds in the dark. We are diamonds, diamonds in the dark. We are diamonds, diamonds. We are diamonds, diamonds. We are diamonds, diamonds. We are diamonds, diamonds in the dark, like a million stars lighting up the night. Our hearts will burn so bright. We found hope in the blackness, like beauty from ashes. We
the New Music Update from NewReleaseToday.com. NewReleaseToday.com. Celebrating 10 years of bringing you what's new each week in Christian music. What's up? I'm Bill Lerwick. On this New Music Update, it's the latest from United Pursuit, a musical collective bound together by friendship, united in vision, and living together in community. It's their second live project, Simple Gospel, now available. For a complete look at what's new daily in Christian music, visit NewReleaseToday.com. NewReleaseToday.com. For the New Music Update, I'm Bill Lerwick. Now, go enjoy the music.
And we're with David Duffield with We Are Leo. He's calling all the way from Kenosha. Kenosha sounds like a different country, my friend.
It's America.
It's America. Well, the song that we just played, Diamonds in the Dark, was actually one of our song requests for this particular show, but I love playing song requests. So what I do is when I get one, I put it into that category, and it gets a lot of radio play. So you should be seeing it, you know. Now, I do everything manually, so you're going to see it from time to time, but just know, Diamonds in the Dark is now one of our featured songs on the Rackman Christian Radio Network.
That's awesome.
So, Linda Odell, who works for a particular online magazine, wants to congratulate you for being in the Live It Loud magazine. And tell us how that came about.
I know Linda from pretty much just from Facebook. I don't really know how it came about. I think she just heard a song and got connected, and we had a great time doing that interview with them, and it came out in their magazine, so it's definitely worth a read. I think you can find the link either from her or probably from Twitter.
Well, I think the easiest way is to simply look for Facebook.com/pages live-it-loud-magazine, or just type it out in your Facebook browser, Live It Out Loud magazine, and that's where you're going to find that article and find out more about We Are Leo. In fact, I'm thinking I probably should have read that, but then that would have been cheating. I would have gotten somebody else's questions.
That's awesome. Yeah, she's great. We enjoy working with her.
That's fantastic. Hey, listen, we were talking before the break and hearing your song Diamonds in the Dark. You think that we should come together as a church, but you also recognize that we're living in a time where, you know, things aren't quite the way they were maybe 10, 15 years ago, and I'm afraid sometimes it's real hard to get people to come together in church, or much less get churches to come together. So I'd like your take on that.
You know, there's something awesome happening actually here in Kenosha, and I think it started with a lot of the youth coming together. They have something called Allies, and there's about 8 youth groups in town that meet together once a month. And so the youth pastors started meeting together and praying. And from that, and I'm not sure whether that spurred the sort of the main pastors, but I do know that there's a group of several of the main pastors that get together and pray once a week now. And so, you know, I think we have to realize as followers of Christ that I think, you know, I think being a Christian, I think one of the main things that's different from sort of other things, maybe like atheism or, you know, pantheism or different things, is a sort of humility to say, okay, maybe I'm not right all the time. Maybe Jesus is actually right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think as Christians there needs to be somewhat of a humility to treat other Christians gently. Let your gentleness be evident to all. And yeah, maybe there's some issues that we need to talk through or theology. Yes, absolutely. But let's do that realizing, okay, we're a family first and foremost.
See, and I like what you say. So what I'm hearing, this is my perspective, is that maybe we as the church, the people, not the building, we as the church are maybe looking in the wrong direction, maybe experiencing some fear, And you're telling me something that just reminded me. Sometimes it takes people that have no idea. They're just excited for Christ. They're excited for this new relationship. They have a bunch of energy, and they don't care who knows. And that could be actually the catalyst to get us old fogies, those of us who are no longer in high school, to get off our duff and actually do something about it. But I think that's easier said than done. So this is where, I think our two ministries come along, is you provide the music, we share the music, we promote what you're doing, because you're out there in the trenches and you're encouraging people and you're letting people know, hey, there is an answer. There is something that you can do. You do not have to sit here in this pew by yourself. You're not an entity unto your own. So I appreciate you giving us that insight.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure.
Now, I have another song request here, and I don't know which one to pick, because one is a George Moss remix, and one's the Unicron remix. And on top of that, you have a Fight Back soundtrack remix contest going on. So you take that wherever you'd like to go. Which version would you like me to play? And tell us a little bit about the Fight Back remix contest.
Is that up already? Is that happening?
It actually, submissions due on September 30th at midnight. Winners will be announced October 1st. And boy, I'm telling you, I know someone right now who should get into this. He does EDM remixes.
Fair enough. Look at that.
Yes, that is awesome.
I didn't know when it was going live, so I'm glad my team is on the ball.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I asked the question.
Yeah, so I try to stay up to date on most things. We are Leo. Are we trying to pick a song to play right now?
Well, it's the Unicron mix, and it is, of course, Heartbeats. Now, I heard this. I thought it was George Moss's song. I feel so embarrassed now. This is a we. You know what? You're just going to find that I'm going to make up new words. You just became wheel. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people call us that.
Oh, my gosh.
So, in fact, one time we were down south, and we, tumbled out of the bus, and the first guy we met said, "Now, y'all, we're Leo." And we were like, "What?" And he's like, "Y'all, we're Leo." And so he was asking us if we were Leo. We figured out eventually.
Oh, my gosh, that's
Which,
funny.
God bless the South. I love those guys. And I talk like them as much as I possibly can. So, of course, they make fun of me.
Absolutely. Well, this one actually came in as a song request for this interview as well, and they actually requested the George Moss remix. Now, how does stuff like that...
let's do it.
Yeah, how does stuff like that come about? How do you get your songs remixed?
Well, that one was more or less us just... Well, actually, the story behind that one was there was a Christian radio station that we were talking to. And they said, okay, we like this song. We can't really play it on our normal radio programs because it's like too urban or something like that, right? And they said, but I'll tell you what, we have a rap show that we do, I don't know, weeknights or something like that. And if you were to get a rapper to do a feature on this song, we would actually play it on the radio.
Uh-huh.
So George Moss is one of my favorite rappers. We've toured with him several times. And so I just called up George and said, hey, can you... So he wrote a rap in the hotel room and recorded it. And we sent it over to the studio and got it mixed in. And within a week or so, we had it back out, and it was on the radio.
That's awesome. Well, coming up next, by song request, and with a very interesting story, here's rapper George Moss with We Are Leo and their song, Heartbeats. On the New Music Show, Artist Spotlight with We Are Leo and David Duffield.
It's We Are Leo, and I'm George Moss. Hello.
In the morning and I'm smiling, singing, spinning circles with my headphones on. 'Cause I'm addicted to the hope inside my heart, like a brand new song.
Can't stop.
And if you listen to your heartbeat, babe, there's a color of the love that you'll say. A little spark in your cold eye, make you shine so bright tonight.
can't close it in. We died to sin, so for love we live. And we give it all till there's none left to give. And not perfectly, but we can do the best we can. Take your mom, take a friend, and get next to kin. If it ain't enough room, pack it in. Like when you say go, let the games begin. Up and away we go. What a world keeps spinning like a merry-go. Got a little bit of soul, it's a rock and roll. You can hear it in your ears, but feeling in your toe. When everything is gone, this is something that'll last. Everything is good, you can leave it in the past. I ain't trying to get in your business. I just gotta ask.
Just like a river moves, can you calling you for the first time? Can you feel love? Where we go? Just like you. Where we go? Can you hear her calling you? Like a whisper in the night. Can you feel this love? There goes again.
Heartbeats with George Moss, and We Are Leo. I'm speaking to David Duffield, and this is our Artist Spotlight on the New Music Show on Ragman Christian Radio. David, I understand you've got to get going, but before you do, will you please let people know how they can get a hold of We Are Leo and request music and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to get a hold of We Are Leo, you can just type We Are Leo into Google, and or you can go to our website, which is weareleomusic.com. And, of course, make sure to request all of your favorite We Are Leo songs on Ragman Christian Radio. And, yeah, I think that's about it.
Fantastic. And one more thing I want to let you know, if all works out with technology, we will be rebroadcasting this interview 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. 9 Central. No, that's not right. 9 p.m. Central. Are you in Eastern or Central?
Central.
Okay,
No.
so... No?
Yes, Central.
Central. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, We Are Leo time. We'll be rebroadcasting this interview, Artist Spotlight. David Duffield, it's been a pleasure, and let's definitely get together and keep in touch.
Oh, thanks so much. Sounds like a great plan. Appreciate you
Fantastic.
having us on the show.
You're welcome. Coming up next, Northern Lights by David.
Yes.
Yes, by, sorry, David. Yes, We Are Leo. God bless you, sir. You have a great evening.
On this frozen landscape, I will wait for you tonight. Then as I watch my breath freeze, I start to feel you by my side. And I wanna believe you as you tell me it's okay. Then you pull me closer and surround me in your grace. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. To fight the cold and ice in the comfort of your arms tonight. I know that I will be safe as I rest in your embrace. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm. The freezing cold of winter can never keep us apart. 'Cause nothing ever separates me from being where you are. Now I'll stop to believe you as you tell me it's okay. Then you pull me closer and you take my breath away. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. To fight the cold and ice in the comfort of your arms tonight. I know that I will be safe as I rest in your embrace. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me winter storm. You keep me warm. This winter storm. You pull me close. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. To fight the cold and ice in the comfort of your arms tonight. I know that I will be safe as I rest in your embrace. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm tonight. Under the northern lights, your love will keep me warm. Welcome back to sunrise. I'm finally waking up, and I've been here for far too long, but I think I've had enough. 'Cause I've been praying for a change for such a long, long time. I take a breath and step outside to leave the past behind. If I can just hold on a little longer. If I can just hold on. Hello, supernova sunrise. Hello, where have you been all my life? I gotta wake up and breathe again. Oh, restart my heart and make it beat again. And burn, burn the rise. Supernova sunrise. Welcome to redemption. I'm finally catching on. I'm making sense of my existence. I found where I belong. 1 minute ago, I was lonely in an ordinary world. But everything is changing. If I can just hold on a little longer. Hold on. Hello, supernova sunrise. Hello, where have you been all my life? I gotta wake up and breathe again. Oh, restart my heart and make it beat again. And burn, burn the rise. Supernova sunrise. Supernova. Hello, supernova. Hello. I've been waiting all my life. I've been waiting all this time. I've been waiting all my life. I've been waiting all this time. Hello, supernova sunrise. Hello, where have you been all my life? I gotta wake up and breathe again. Oh, restart my heart and make it beat again. And burn, burn the rise. Supernova sunrise. Supernova.
Rackman Christian Radio New Music Show. Hey, if you missed that interview with We Are Leo, there'll be one more opportunity that I know of tonight. 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central. And then in a day or two, you'll be able to listen to it on demand. Rackman Christian Radio interviews straight from our own website. Go to rackmanchristianradio.org and check out all the interviews we have available for you. All right, I got one more We Are Leo song. This is for you, my friend, Ron, Rockin' Ron with KBCU in Kansas. You're the best thing, my friend, right here on the Rackman Christian Radio Network.
I can feel you smiling over me. You broke my chains and set me free. You touched my heart and made me come alive. I'm thankful every single day. I'm held forever in your grace. I know you're always with me by my side. I'll take your hand, I won't be scared. I'm trusting you now. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never let you go. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never let you go. Oh, I remember when you called my name, picked me up, told me to be brave. I never thought I'd find a love so true. I know I'm safe inside your hands, trusting you always have a plan. No matter what storm I am going through, I left behind my old life just to know you. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never let you go. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never let you go. Oh, whoa, 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 never let you go. Whoa, 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 never let you go. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never let you go. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. That ever happened to me. And I'll never, never let you go. Best thing that ever happened to me. And I'll never, never let you go.
Playing music from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Playing more than just one song from an artist. We mix it all together. The Internet's home to eclectic blends of Christian music and powerful ministry programs. We are the Rackman Christian Radio Network.
Rackman Christian Radio.